All right, and welcome to Let's Play Towns. I'm DigitalAdhesive, and this is a new LP I'm starting. Now, due to some computer issues, hard drive failure, etc., you can consider most of my other LPs defunct, except for Grimrock, which I may be returning to. But instead, I'm starting this new LP for an open-ended indie game, and open-ended indie games are really good for someone who has a hard time finishing structured games. As you can see, this game doesn't have a definitive end. It's basically what happens when Populous meets Minecraft. You have to forge out into untamed wilderness and build a town. And in this town, you chop wood, you mine stone and ore, you raise buildings, and you die prematurely. And it's fantastic. This is one of those indie alphas where you toss the developers, $8, and you get, an alpha dev version, and you get to play it, and you get a price break, when the game is released, and you get the full version. And this game is a lot of fun. It's had a pretty rapid development process. It's gone through a lot of changes. It's still finding its footing. It's not entirely polished, but it's better than it was the previous build, and that build was better than the previous build, and so on and so forth. We are at version 7, as you can see, and so we're going to play on a normal map. And after everything's generated, I'm going to pause the game. And here are our townsfolk. We have 11 citizens. And we have to turn this wild land into a paradise where we will not just survive, but we will thrive. Now, let's do a little bit of scoping out here. Try to find a good place to settle down. Pretty nice looking map. See if I can find a really attractive spot. Ooh, a lot of fruit over there. That'll keep us from dying right off the bat. There. Not supposed there's any fruit by near where we spawned. That would be too easy. Oh, okay. See this jungle? Alright, down here. These little froggy bastards with spears, they will mess your shit up. They do not like you. And they don't respawn, but they will kind of roam the map and try and make life difficult for you. So I'm doing a little, okay, we got 2 over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, the easiest way to deal with these bastards is to try and bum rush them right off the bat. We could do that, but what I think I want to do is try and set up away from them so we don't really have to deal with them immediately. We can come back when we're better prepared and just wreck their shit. Trying to find the perfect place to set up that's defensible, that's far away from them, that has food and access to stone. And I'm starting to think that over here is where I want to do this. Alright, so right off the bat, what we're going to do is I'm going to give them an order to come over here and harvest, or cut down all these trees. And I'm going to build a stockpile over here, specifically for raw materials for that wood. We are going to get rid of these mushroom bushes because they're in our way, stupid mushroom bushes, and we are going to build a raw material stockpile for wood. And we go down to manage stockpiles and enable wood. So any wood that they gather, they will put right there. And then we tell them to chop down wood, and we click and we drag. And if you hold down shift, you can click multiple times, which is very handy. Yes, yes, yes. All of that. All that. Stupid badger. Okay, that should be enough to get us started. Now we unpause by hitting space, and all of our villagers, they immediately truck off. Head up. There they go. That's right. Welcome to your new home, bitches. And they'll start whacking away on those trees. Now I'll take a sip of my coffee. Now while they're doing that, we are going to build another stockpile for prepared food, specifically for all of this fruit that we're going to harvest. Manage stockpile, fruit, enable apples, and enable pears. So after they cut down all this wood and gather it and place it over here, we'll have them harvest all those apples and pears so they won't starve immediately. And we do that by clicking on Harvest, holding down Shift, and just selecting all those trees. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I really love this game. You know, it's I'm not a fan of the new music that they've got now. We used to have like really nice kind of unobtrusive piano tracks in the background that remind me a lot of Minecraft, but they changed it recently, and you know, what are you going to do? It's still a good game, but the only reason I'm actually playing the music now is to have a little bit of something in the background for you guys. I'm doing it for you guys. Normally I turn it off. So you can thank me. I'm suffering through these musical tracks for you. And I don't resent you for it. Well, maybe I resent you a little. I don't want them to cut that tree down. How do I tell them to? Whatever. Okay, so we're going to clear up that, get some more wood. And while that's happening, I'm going to pause the game again. I like to pause early on a lot just because people are on, you know, they don't have a lot of food, they don't have a lot of water. The mortality rate early on tends to be quite high. So I like to really think through what I'm doing at the very beginning. Alright, so we're going to set up a small woodworking area, carpentry area. And what these areas, these zones do is they allow you to build items specific to that area, such as a carpenter's bench. You can only build it in a carpentry zone. And so what they're going to do is a couple people here are going to take some wood and they're going to make a carpenter's bench. Just like Minecraft, you know, building X to get Y, building Y to get Z. Bang, now we have a carpenter's bench. That will allow us to build a wood detailer. And the wood detailer will allow us to create a masonry bench, which we're going to need to create other stuff. It's all a fine, intricate web. So masonry zone, and come on. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing, Juliana? Is no one going to make that thing I asked you to make? Oh, for God's sake, I told you to make a wood detailer. Right there. What the hell's wrong with you guys? Okay, so they're kind of stupid. Why are you not going to make... Oh, I know why. You guys need stone. That's right. That's right, they need stone. I'm so stupid. Alright, mine all that crap out. And we're going to put down a stockpile zone for stone. We're going to put down right about... Yeah. There's stockpile, materials, stone. There we go. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Put all that crap over there. Now, this may look kind of haphazard and messy, and it is, but this is all temporary. We're going to set up buildings. We're going to, both above ground and probably subterranean. We're going to be turning this into an awesome-looking town. But right now, we got to work with what we got. I mean, these people are sleeping in open fields, for Christ's sake, and, you know, they're eating berries that they pick off trees, and they're shitting in the woods and wiping with plants, and it's just, you know, this could be a lot better. See, look at this guy right here, freaking Joseph. He's sleeping standing up in a field. Okay, now we have our masonry section. Now we're going to till some land so we can plant wheat. And that's going to be important because it'll allow us to create a mill, which will then allow us to destroy this mushroom bush, which will then allow us to make flour and then bread. Alright, so this is going to be our field that we're going to till, and then we're going to plant wheat in there, which we're going to have to harvest locally. Hopefully we won't have to go out too far to do all that. That's right, they love tilling. Everybody get to work. Okay, so now we need to go to the planting thingamajig. Click on plant wheat. We're going to plant wheat over there, and next time we're going to hold shift down so we don't have to reselect it. Alright, so as soon as they have wheat to plant, they're going to do that. And we harvest the wheat by clicking on it like that. And now they might have to go out of their way to find some more wheat, which is annoying. We're going to try and keep them away from the evils and horrors of the world. Hopefully no one's going to take a whack for the team, but yeah, those froggies seem to be keeping themselves over there. Now this harvesting stuff is a little tedious at the very beginning, but once we have an operation set up and running and we're all self-sufficient, we're not going to have to run around and harvest wheat to replant anymore. We're going to be able to just do it right from our own tilled field. But yeah, it's a little tedious at the very beginning. But it's in a game like this, it's the journey that's the reward, not the destination. And that's why I love games like this. Alright, so we're going to send them off on a magical adventure to harvest all this wheat and plant it. God willing, they'll all make it back. But if not, we have a masonry building set up so we can make headstones. I'm so awful. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. So far, everyone seems to still be alive. That's good. What else do we need to do? We need to build a mill, and then we need to set up a kitchen area. I guess we're going to build a mill right about there. Buildings, right? Yes. And we're going to need to enslave a cow to do this as well. Luckily, there's a cow right there. And we're not going to kill that cow. We're just going to enslave it for the rest of its life so we can get flour. You know, I got to say, I'm really liking this little starting area. We're in a nice defensible corner. We've got access to a bunch of resources. Everyone seems to still be alive. We've got boars wandering through our apples. We've got plenty of cows to enslave. I can dig this. I think I can really dig this. We should harvest all of this too. But we can get to that later. Priorities. This game is all about priorities. It's sleeping in wheat fields. Like Arthur, Juliana, and Joffrey. That's right, you sleep away. You've earned your respite. But when you wake up, you are going to mine all this crap out because we need more stone. And you got a bit of a haul to get over there, but whatever. And then we are going to set up a nice little kitchen area, bakery, right in here. Again, this is all temporary. But, you know, you gotta bake in the open field before you can bake in a building, as my grandmother used to say. If she didn't well, maybe she did, I don't know. who cares? Back we go. And we need to put a thing on a thing. Do a thing. Baker's table. Yes. Baker's oven. Check. And containers. We need a prepared food barrel. Check. That way, hopefully they won't just leave prepared food just strewn about. Alright. We still have plenty of wood left for the moment. We're going to build a tree farm too, so we'll have access to renewable wood. We won't have to, so we won't run out. We should get them coffee too. I don't know how they're going to live without it. What a world. What the hell's that? Oh, red flowers. I knew that. Okay, cool. So we got Baker's table, Baker's oven, and we're going to have a food barrel set up. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, now, here's what we do. You can go over here on the left-hand side, and this is really handy, and you can set orders to make sure that you always have X amount of baked goods ready to rock. Or whatever. We're going to make sure we have 11 people. We're going to make sure we have 12 bread always, assuming we have the resources to do it. And I think we do. Then we are going to go to over here, make sure we always have 12 wheat, or as close to 12 wheat as we possibly can. And then we are going to do the same with, where is flour? It's somewhere. Containers, burner. Damn it. Try to make sure we always have 12 flour. And that way, we will be pretty productive and self-sufficient. And we're going to manage the container here and enable bread. So they'll make bread, and if they're not hungry, they'll put it right in the barrel. And it won't just leave it around, so people won't have to eat floor bread that's been rained on. Alright, what next? Okay, I know what next. We should make ourselves that tree farm. And we will do it over here. We'll kill this mushroom bush, stupid mushroom bush. And we will till all this land. And that should do us for trees. We'll just plant trees right there. And we won't have to worry about wood. I see they've already started eating some of our apples that we picked, which is really good. It's very good that we did that. Till away, toil away, you fuckers. And I guess after that, I will have them harvest some more fruit, just in case of emergencies. You know what? We should really make a second prepared food barrel just for fruit, so it's not lying around there. Bang. Put all that down there. When they're done. Now, here's another thing too. You can also set priorities. So the number one priority right now, by default, is baking and cooking, because we don't want our guys to die in the fields from starvation. Next is gathering and harvesting. Next is mining and digging, tilling and chopping, and so on and so forth. And you can set these up and down with the arrows, so you can find out what's important to you and make sure that whatever it is gets done before anything else. And that's really important because you can't directly control these guys like an RTS. You can only influence them. You can tell them what needs to be done, and then you have to trust that they will figure it out for themselves. And that doesn't always work. In fact, a lot of times you kind of marvel at the fact that they were able to reach adult age on their own somehow. But what are you going to do? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to plant some trees. What do we need? What kind of trees do we have access to easily? We have access to What are these? Just regular trees? Sure. So, holding down shift, this is going to take longer than I expected, but we are going to have no problems as far as wood is concerned if we can set this up. Now, I don't know if they're going to have to run out and grab seeds from trees nearby or what, but hopefully they can figure it out. Yep, looks like they're off and running. I'm glad I picked regular trees instead of like pine trees, because they have regular ones right here, and it looks like nothing is going to kill them, hopefully, while they're doing that. Okay, good. We have our prepared food barrel here. I'm going to enable apples and enable pears. And we're going to destroy that stockpile, so eventually people will just start moving all that stuff over here. Boy, they really are going through that fruit. But see, we got wheat coming out, which is important because we're going to be able to harvest it and make bread, and we're not going to have to rely on pears and apples. Glad I harvested them right off the bat, because yeah, that could have been a problem. Come on, guys. The hell are you? Bones. Well, they're not our bones. We still have 11 people left. And it looks like we're being left alone over here, so this is good. Picking this side of the river was a quote, good decision, unquote. What's the problem here? Our rooster dies. Ooh, someone was stunned and bleeding. Damn. Who's kicking our ass? There's nothing down here. Well, you know, I'm just gonna have to risk it to plant all these trees. Hey, you know what, guys? Actually, I don't think we need to. We don't need to do much more over here. Let's just. Why don't you guys recoup? I don't want to send you guys running all the way around the map to get all this stuff. Just plant what you got, and then eat. Harvest this crap. Make bread. Yes. Oh, we also need a place to put flour, too. We don't want it to just be, like, hanging out down there. What do we... Is there a raw materials, raw food? What is flour considered? Is that considered... I don't know. I'll figure that out. Anyway, we've been going for about 23 minutes, so we're going to leave it off here. I'm going to save this game so a catastrophe doesn't happen. And thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been Let's Play Towns. And it's, hey, no one's died, things are happening. I'd say we're off to a good start. So until next time, thanks for watching.